West Ham just got a massive 3 points here at the London Stadium against Southampton, lads. Relieved?
Fucking made me jump then. I didn't realise we started. Yeah. Look, it's one of them games where, look, you want a good performance, but you just got to get the result, and you got to get the 3 points. And I said before the game, if we win 1-0, and it ain't the greatest, I'll take that, because when you're down there, all you need is the 3 points.
It was a very nervy performance, but as you say, I'll take the 3 points over the performance any day of the week at the minute. So.
Yeah, but and that's the thing. It was a very dull affair, and the performance weren't great from the players, and you just have to hope that they lift. We'll talk about Wednesday later on, but that we do lift it for Wednesday, because, like you said, we're coming into it. The atmosphere was tense. It was nervy to start with. The fans were. You could tell every little misplaced pass, they were on it.
The thing is, I don't sort of agree with the performance from the players. The players done what they had to do. They won the game. It wasn't pretty. We didn't play well in the second half, but we still created chances. Granted, Southampton had more chances than we did in the second half. But like you said, in the stadium, from a fan's point of view, it's nervy. The fans are on the back on a misplaced pass. That then goes to the players on the pitch, because then they don't want to make a mistake. So it's putting the players under more pressure than what they're already under.
I said that about Declan Rice. Every time Declan Rice got the ball today, he done the simple stuff because he didn't want to give the ball away, because you could feel it out here before the game, the energy. People walking from the train station, you could feel it. Everyone just don't want to lose today, and that's why this is a massive 3 points, and hopefully this will kickstart us to now go on a little run to drag ourselves away from that bottom three. And hopefully, Wednesday night has to be a lot better, by the way.
Yeah, of course it does. But you look at Ben Rama in that first 15-20 minutes. Didn't want to take anyone on. Didn't want to. Was so concerned about where the fullback was that he didn't leave that gap in behind. And it wasn't till Emerson started overlapping, because he realised Walcott weren't tracking back, and we started to sort of thrive down that left-hand side. And that's the thing. Look, the negative attitude that the manager has got of let's not concede resonates through the players. The players knew today, they go goal down early, the place would turn on them. And the nerves shone through. And that's, like you said, they tried to keep it simple, and it made it look bad. But then when we started playing with a bit more freedom in that first half, after we got the goal, people relaxed.
Yeah,
and that was the big key part of it.
But the thing is that they were getting moaned at, not even for misplaced passes. If they passed sideways or just tried to keep the ball, they were getting moaned at from the stands.
I think it was a huge.
No good for the players.
I think it was a huge boost having Fabianski back in today, because he just had that little bit of confidence to that back line, and I thought everyone across that back four today was superb, especially Aguerd. He was unreal. He was like a real leader at the back there, and I'm so glad he's got his goal today. He's the match winner, and I thought he played really well. Zuma as well.
I thought Emerson was excellent.
Kero, who set up the goal as well. Great cross.
But on the Areola and Fabianski, that does make me worried for the future of Areola, because obviously Fabianski's been injured. Fabianski's probably in his last season. He signed that extension. He's 37, 38. You'd look at Areola as the future, but as soon as Fabianski comes back from injury, Areola's dropped.
Yeah.
So what are we trying to build for the future of Areola?
I'm surprised. I didn't think we'd see Fabianski again this season. So I was,
Yeah, very shocked. So I do worry about what happens, because obviously he's on quite a bit of money, Areola. We signed him. We spent about 10 mil. If Fabianski goes and then Areola we don't fancy, then we're going to have to sign two new goalkeepers in the summer.
Yeah, no, I think Fabianski today done everything he had to do. He pulled off some good saves. That was a great save at the end to tip it onto the crossbar. That was a match-winning save for us, really.
Yeah. And that's what he's gone for. That's what he's brought back in, because of the experience that he's got. Areola's a very good goalkeeper, but Moyes trusts Fabianski more. That's all it boils down to. Fab's Moyes' number one, so when he's going to turn to him when he needs games like this where we need results.
I think me and you spoke about it on the preview today about the other day about Danny Ings, and I said that I didn't think this was a sort of game that sort of suited Danny Ings. It was more for a Scamacca, who obviously was injured, but Antonio for me would have probably been a better option today than Danny Ings, because I don't think Danny Ings, like when he's in the box, instinct, that's where you want him. When he's outside the box, he's not like he used to be 3 or 4 years ago, where he would take on players. So that's the only thing that I sort of let me down from Danny Ings today, but he's still done all right.
There was a bit the second half where we broke away, and it fell to Ings, didn't it? And you just know if you had Antonio on there, he would have pulled away from the defender with
But then
ease.
when Antonio came on, there was a couple of opportunities where you thought if Ings was there, he scores that. It was so funny.
It would have been good to see both of them together up
The
front.
thing is, you see that in the first half. You see with Ings that where he was isolated and he's trying to get the players up the pitch himself. You see him trying to get them near him because he knows that, and that's the thing, because he's not a lone striker. Look, he done what he had to do today, and he done it quite well. But we need bodies around him. We need bodies up with him, and we've said this time and time again when we had Chicharito here and things like that. It's another square peg in a round hole. It's a striker, but it ain't a lone striker.
Yeah. We play the same way no matter what the personnel is, and that's the problem. The personnel changes, but the way our approach stays the same.
And that's something we need to change. And like under a new manager, you know, players like Danny Ings would be treated different and play to his strengths, because as you said in the second half, there was a couple of chances where Antonio pulled out wide, he pulled it in, and that's where you want Ings. So there's got to be a way of trying to get them two together to connect, because that's what Antonio is good at, getting out wide and putting it in the box.
Well, I don't know, with Antonio, when he come on, he just weren't at it for me. He weren't his usual lively, run the team ragged self. He didn't make many sort of runs.
Me and Scott was saying at one point he dropped into midfield and we was playing 4-6-0 at one point.
The funny thing is, I think with the subs today, I think the Antonio one coming on when he did, because Ings looked tired, was the right sub. I think with Soucek going off for Downs, I think again was the right sub.
Yeah, we was all worried that it was going to be
Paqueta.
Yeah.
You know, Southampton were dominating in the midfield at that time when he made that substitution to bring Downs on, and Downs just brought that bit more of a stability. You know, Soucek, he ran around a lot, he won the tackles, he didn't win as much in the air as he should. His passing, you know, that one in the first half where he
out from 3 yards on the touchline.
And the thing with Downs coming in, you know he's going to get on the ball, he's going to look to play it, and he will connect them 5-yard passes. And he did do that when he come on the pitch.
He got stuck in. I really like Downs, and like I said, it's a weird one to suit. I don't like to keep getting on his back, but it's just a weird one how he just keeps persisting with that. And you just think to yourself, you know, someone else in that role, Fornals, who you know, I still rate.
Even a Lanzini could drop in there. Lanzini done it for us last season when we were struggling a little bit. He moved Lanzini into the middle with Rice, didn't he? And it worked well. So, but look, I do understand the way Moyes has sort of approached the game today, because we know that he doesn't want to lose. But there was enough on there today, and it's proved it, to get the win. Yeah. I just wish we would have been a little bit more, like you said, there was too much nervous energy on the pitch. And look, you've got to understand that, you have to understand.
And maybe now, obviously, we look to Newcastle next, and now we've got that win, which was so big. Maybe that some of that nervous energy can be lifted, and we were up to 14th. We can have a bit more of a go.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we've got Newcastle on Wednesday, because now people will be leaving here and they'll be thinking, oh, I'm looking forward to getting back there Wednesday now, and we go again, and the games come thick and fast, and then we go to Fulham, and we're not leaving London, so we're not travelling, are we? You know, we've only got to go to the dodgy west side at Fulham.
And the thing is as well, with that game coming, we're winning today. The pressure's off a little bit. You know, look, we still need a minimum of a point against Newcastle, minimum.
Yes.
You know, because that again, lose to Newcastle, you're back in the same sort of situation. I know, is it a game in hand?
Our game in hand is against City.
So, you know, other teams around us are going to be playing. So not to lose to Newcastle is a big factor going into that Fulham game, who have gone off the ball a little bit. And you've got to be looking, even with our poor away records, you've got to be looking at picking up 3 points against Fulham. You know, and things are then looking a bit brighter. But I think getting this win today with a clean sheet lifts the pressure a little bit going into that Newcastle.
Not only that, if we'd have got a point here today, imagine what it'd have been like coming here Wednesday. You know, the players warming up, they'll feel the energy in the crowd, and you know, that's what I say. It's so nice just to get them 3 points, and you know, we go home with a little bit of a smile on our face. Yes, we're still worried. Of course we are. We ain't safe, but it's a step in the right direction, isn't it? Ends a nice weekend.
That's it. Give us some breathing room, and then we can go for that Conference League without sort of having to keep an eye on. And that's the thing. This week, we get this week sorted. We get enough points here. And then obviously, because we still got Arsenal, we still got Liverpool, still got Man United, still got Man City, Brentford away, which, you know, is a tough. We've still got some tough games. So we do the job this week. It's going to make us a lot more comfortable going forward.
And talking about the goal, what a great header from Maguire.
Oh, the leap,
great,
honestly,
great finish. You know, and the thing is, me and Nicky were saying, like, everyone's whistling like about VAR, but the goal was ruled out, so it's going in our favour that they're checking it. Yeah. So take as long as you want, mate.
The thing was,
put your feet up, have a cigar, wait.
When you watch it back later, Aguerd was come from deep.
He was
very
onside.
onside. It was Rice, Souček, and I think one other was in an offside position when the ball was played into the box. But the goalkeeper had enough time to judge where the flight of the ball was. No one was interfering with his eye line. The player that scored come from deep. There's no way it's offside. Why it took him that long to come to that decision is beyond me, because it's straightforward.
Well, I'm glad they did.
Oh, I'm
They got it right in the end, yeah, thankfully. So, look, let's save Nicky's knees, because he's been on the camera duty for today.
That's a new campaign, Save Nicky's Knees. We'll get that on T-shirts, available in the club shop.
Yeah, so look out for all the fan cams and all of that sort of stuff. One thing left to say, lads. Come on, you Lions.
Come on, you Lions.